Okay guys, so we're getting ready to repair these holes behind me. And in my head, I just have a couple different ways that I want to show you guys how to repair them. So in no particular order, one of them I'm going to do it only using mesh tape. Okay. One of them I'm going to use these Wallboard repair clips. I've had these for a long time. I've just never used them because it's not something I would normally do. But I do want to try out the product and I do want to see, give you guys options. And there's also this kit that I picked up from Walmart. This is a wall repair patch kit. And this has a mesh backing that will go over the hole. And it comes with spackle and it comes with a little knife. So we're gonna try that out. I'm also gonna do what's called a butterfly patch. It's also been called a hot patch or an Arizona patch. If you remember at the very beginning of this series or the videos university, I messed up when I was cutting out the ceiling. At the very beginning, one of the very first videos. I messed up cutting out the ceiling, and so I did a patch on the ceiling that was the same thing. California, Arkansas, butterfly, whatever kind of patch you want to call it. And the last one, it's going to be adding some backing, just an extra piece of Deadwood or just a piece of scrap wood, and the actual hole that got cut out of it. So I'm not sponsored by anybody yet, at least. So I'm going to try these products out and give you guys honest opinions on these two at least. These other ones are things that I've done in the past, and as you guys DIYers, homeowners, repair persons, whatever, however you guys want to look at it, do it. So I want to give you some options on how to repair these kind of holes. Okay, so let's move on to the next one. Okay, so in this series we're going to be patching these holes. What I said I wanted to simulate was repairs that I feel I commonly have to do in homes, residential, what I think renters and homeowners are going to come up against. So some ideas that these might be are a doorknob. This is obviously a little bit bigger. Doorknob is usually about 3 inches. The saw I use is 4 inches, but you'll have these for doorknob holes. If you have an electrician come in and they do repairs, then you'll have these from recessed lighting that you might have done, or if they're going to run a wire somewhere. Plumbers, if the plumber has to get through a pipe somewhere because you had a flood or you had a leak, you'll maybe have these holes. So these holes are not abnormal from what I do a lot repairs in the residential. Also, these are just, it could be any kind of a hole, maybe a fist went through it, maybe something got pushed through it. So I'm going to take a dry run. I'm going to show you how to cover all these holes step by step, different options, okay? Different options to what you guys want to do. So the first one is using mesh tape, okay? That's this stuff, okay? This is, I showed you guys in another video, mesh tape. It's self-adhesive, so it's a little bit of a stickiness on here. So what you're gonna do first is you're gonna cut it longer than the hole is. And that's because you're gonna tuck it in here inside. You're gonna rub it and rub it. It may or may not stick. You have another one, you're gonna go the other way with it. And you're gonna rub it on the outside here, okay? Then you can always use the piece that you had, okay? And you can put it back in there. Now, if I was just doing one patch, I would have my mud ready and I would mud the outside of this ring. I would mud in here on the back side, sorry. I would mud the back side, I would mud the ring, I would put some mud in here, I would mud these flaps, and then I would go ahead and stick this in. I would mud it again, and then I have more pieces that I cut. And I will put on top. Okay, so that's one way to patch it. Okay. Now, if you didn't have the original piece, you would have to buy some drywall, obviously, and then you could cut it to fit it and do the same process with just mesh tape. So you're not adding any screws, you're not adding any wood. There's that way to do it, okay? The second way to do it is these little clips. These are, it's backwards probably, but Wallboard drywall repair clips. So the way these work, you take these little clips, actually pretty cool. Okay, you stick them in there. And again, if you have the original piece, oh, you're gonna drill, screw into the bottom. I don't know what I want to do with this one yet. That's why I'm not screwing it yet. But you can drill a screw it in, and you put your piece back in. More or less. You put your piece back in, then you put the mesh tape over it, and you're going to coat it. Now again, if you don't have the original, you can use a new one, and you're just going to cut it to fit it. And you can use a pencil to outline it, and then you can go ahead and put that one in there. The third way is what I'm going to call a butterfly. So you have an oversized piece of drywall, okay? And you're going to, I like to cut with the inside of it, with the inside of the hole. I'm just scoring it. I'm not cutting all the way through. And then what I'm going to do is I break off the back. See how the paper left. Now there's two things. You can either square this off so this fits, or you can cut these corners so that way the rounded part fits. You know, again, if I had mud, I would mud the back of this, I would mud the outside of this, I would mud around here, I would mud this, and then when I stick it in, I would wipe it down. And we're going to do this in another video. So let me scoot this over. Okay, this patch we're going to use, it's DAP Wall Repair Patch Kit Dry Deck Spackling, and it comes with the spackle, it comes with the knife, and it comes with a little sanding pad, and it comes with this mesh piece. Let me open this up real quick. I got this from Walmart. I don't remember how much it was. It says it's good up into a 5-inch hole. My holes are 4-inch. So my hole's 4-inch. It says up to a 5-inch hole. Oh, actually it says up to a 4x3. So this fits perfect. We'll see how this works. I've tried some other ones in the past that left a hump, so I'm not really sure. But so this is another way. And then the final way is putting a Deadwood piece in. So let me show you how I'll do that. And again, I think you saw that on another video I did where I add it. But you're gonna just get some wood, whether it's a leftover stud or it's something that has some meat to it. You need enough to get back there. You need enough to be able to hold with your fingers. And you have two options with this one. Again, if you have the hole that it came from, you can easily just reuse that and we're gonna mud that. Or if you want to put a new piece, because you don't have the old piece, you can always trace that out. You're just gonna trace it out, cut it, and then screw that onto your piece of wood. Okay, so these are 5 ways of patching a hole with the resources that you have. The first one we have was the mesh tape and the existing patch, or you could use a new piece of drywall. The second one is using the Wallboard repair drywall clips. And again, either using the existing cutout or putting a new piece of drywall. The next one was the butterfly patch. You know, they go by different names, but basically it's where I cut out the back of that and we have paper that's overhanging. So there's the butterfly. Then we have the DAP repair kit. It's just kind of a mesh that comes with it. And the last one was adding that the Deadwood, and then you can either screw the patch if you still have it, or you can add your new one. So let's get to adhering them or coating them.